So guys, here I have some boulders, nearly rock level peaches, but it is February, it is Indiana, kinda is what it is. We're not really known for our peach distribution, not even in the summer. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to muscle these apart. I may or may not, there we go, I did win the battle, barely. And we're gonna do our best to get some salvageable pieces out of this. They don't have to be pretty, we're gonna chop them up and smoke them anyway, but we're gonna do our best. You guys get the point, right? We sliced them up. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these in a bag so we can macerate them. Macerate. Come on guys, mind out of the gutter. Now I'm literally just gonna reach in here and grab a few tablespoons of sugar and just go ahead and drop it in there. Nothing special here, but macerating is very important because it's gonna allow the natural juices of the fruit to come out. It's gonna soften up these peaches. This is gonna be extremely important because these things are not ripe. Alright, we're working with what we have. But I do have a secret weapon that we'll put into play if we need to here near the end of this process. Now as you can tell, we got quite a bit of sugar on here and they're already starting to juice up. That's good. We're basically done with this right now. So we're just going to push all the air out of here. We're going to zip this bad boy up. And we're just going to toss this in the refrigerator and we're just going to let it sit for 4 or 5 hours and just really kind of let it soften up as much as possible. I'm really trying to hold out hope, guys. These peaches are not ripe. Alright guys, we're going to pull these out now and you can see we do have some moisture on here. We've got to get these in the smoker. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to dump these in this pan. We have our smoker at 400 degrees. We're going to run these in the smoker for about 30 minutes or so. We'll check them and if they need to go longer, we can just kind of adjust from there. Guys, before I throw these on the smoker, I'm going to kind of change the strategy a little bit and we're going to jam as much sweet and depth of flavor as possible. Why would we not use some cinnamon and sugar right here? Again, we're going to allow those juices to come out and we're going to get that depth of flavor and that sweetness deep inside those peaches.
So after we get you looking dope as possible in your Skull and Mortar t-shirt, we got to get to the cooking. You might as well get that food tasting fly as possible with your Beach Bum Barbecue Rub, made exclusively by Skull and Mortar. It's award-winning. It's gonna take your food from the bottom to the top. And after we sauce you up, we might as well rub you up, my friends, with that Skull and Mortar rub. That's right, don't be a pervert. We're not talking about that kind of rub up, my friend. We're talking about the rub that you put on your meat. Again, come on, dude. Have some class. Put this on your chicken, your pork, your beef, your fish. It doesn't matter, you can put it on anything. If you can find something you can't put it on, shoot me a DM because you'll literally blow my own mind. Check it out now at skullandmortar.com. Now guys, these would not be nachos without nacho chips. Am I right? But we don't want to put some corn tortilla chips in there. It's not going to do the job. But if you are familiar with Southwest food, Mexican food, then you know there's a delicious little dessert. And it is called a sopapilla. It's made out of flour tortillas. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take these big ass flour tortillas and we are going to cut them into nacho chips.
Now guys, I have my fryer at 350 degrees. That's plenty hot to get this bad boy popping.
There's a lot of people out there that ask me, why don't you just use a Dutch oven with oil? That's what a real chef would do. That's cool. You do that. I have a fryer that I set the temperature that I want it at, and it miraculously goes to that temperature, and then it heats itself. So I'm a big fan of that. I feel like it's easier. I'm not trying to deal with all that extra grease and all that BS. Not when I can just do it like this. If somebody can explain to me why it would be better to do that, then maybe I would. All right guys, this is about as far as we want to push these because these things are going to cook for a second or two after you take them out. So they're going to continue to kind of build that profile that you're looking for as far as texture and flavor goes. Let's get them off of here now. All right guys, we're going to move those over here. Now we got the towel to help drain the grease off. Guys, we don't want to put salt on here. That would be gross as hell. So we're going to put some cinnamon and some sugar because this is the unhealthiest dish of all time. Look at that. Come on. Do you have any doubt that this is going to be killer? Guys, so I went ahead and I pulled these peaches off the smoker and they taste great. They have a deep, rich, smoky flavor, but I burned the shit out of the brown sugar crap, so we're not gonna use that. So I had to go to plan B. What is plan B, you say? Well, so I was looking at these peaches here and I decided that I really would like these things to have a little more pie filling texture to them. So that way we kind of got a cheese effect, but only sweet and delicious. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little peach pie filling that we're gonna mix in with our smoked peaches. Now we're not gonna smoke the pie filling because I really think less is gonna be more. We want a hint of the smoke without the smoke taking over the dish. So we're gonna drop some of that in there. And then we are just going to bring this heat up. See that? We got a good mix of both the smoked and the pie filling peaches here. I really think that this is gonna allow us to get that that cascading cheese effect. Clean up after yourself, don't be a slob. Now we just gotta wait for this to come to temperature. We don't wanna overheat it, we don't wanna jackhammer it, so we're just gonna keep it at about a medium temperature and kind of keep it moving around the pan a little bit. Let it do its thing. All right guys, and we're about where we want it to be. Now this is what I'm talking about. See that juiciness there? Now we got some more thickness. You can tell that the juices from the smoked peaches have really integrated with the peach pie filling. I think that this is gonna do a much better job of doing what we wanted to do here versus just the straight smoked peaches. All right guys, it is finally time to plate these up. We need to get some of these sopapilla chips here. Just really pile those chips up here. Now guys, it's time to hit it with some peach.
Guys, and you know when it comes to flavor that if I go in, I'm going in hard. So we're gonna hit this with some brown sugar. It's gonna melt right into our filling and it is gonna take it to that next level with sweetness. Now in my pumpkin pie video, I made my own whipped cream, which I probably should have done here, but I didn't. I have this can. And if you have a can of whipped cream, well, everybody knows what you have to do.
You gotta go ahead and tap it one time. One last final dash of sweetness. All right guys, as you can tell by the melting whipped cream, this is a treat that is meant to be eaten very quickly. Look at this juicy guy right here. We'll go ahead and try this one. If I can get this chip out, if it'll survive the journey. Guys, as a large man, I can tell you, this right here, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's amazing. It's smoky, it's sweet, it's delicious. It's literally everything you like about a peach pie and a sopapilla all in one. You gotta try this, man. This is gonna revolutionize nachos for you. If you haven't done a sweet nacho like this, today's the day. Get some peaches, some apples, whatever kind of fruit you like, and make this happen. Make sure you use a little pecan smoke. The pecan smoke adds a depth of flavor to this. It's just untouchable. That being said, if you like this video, if you thought it was dope, if you didn't like it, whatever, just react to it down below. Hit that subscribe button, check out skullandmortar.com, and I will see you next week with a brand new recipe.